If you are a coach or consultant, one of the biggest needs you have is actually driving people to your website to get them know about the services that you offer. The important part in that process is creating content. That means blog post articles, social media posts, emails, even press releases. Fortunately, AI can help you do all of that in a matter of seconds. I'm Scott Meyer. This is 5 Minute AI, where we help you learn to work smart and live well with just a little bit of AI. One of the most powerful uses of AI is creating your digital protege. So your digital protege writes just like you because it's trained on your information. You can put in a YouTube video, an Instagram reel, a TikTok, a blog post, and it'll take that language, that tone, the way you communicate, and transform that into future blog posts, social media content, and more. You can do that easily with Chip. So let's go over to the computer and look at how you create your digital protege to help you create content in seconds instead of spending hours on the important content that drives traffic to your website. So to get started, you're going to go to chip.ai. This will help you build your custom ChatGPT just for you, train on your own information. After you sign up, what we're going to end up building is something like this. So here's my Scott bot, right? This creates content like me. It's trained on my own information. You can see I have it already created to, for example, write a blog post. And it's going to go through a series of questions to ask me what should be in the blog post. For example, it's going to ask me what keywords I want to rank for when I suggest a blog post. When it's LinkedIn, it might be something else. And so what's happening is we're training an AI to ask us questions to give it the information it needs to then create our information. So let's show you how to do this. When you create your account on chip.ai, you will get to this build section. This is where you can name it and you can describe it. Now, the most important section is going to be the instructions. The instructions is where we give it the steps that it's going to take to create for us. So you can see here, you are a skilled copywriter creating content that matches the tone and style of Scott Meyer. Write it based on the attached URLs and for platforms such as blogs, YouTube, etc. So you can tell it to write however you want. Just use natural language. It doesn't have to be overly specific. And what you can do is actually go in here and add information to help train it. So I'm going to scroll down, and here we have an option called knowledge sources. You can click on new source, and here you can add in a URL. This could be your own website, is a great place to start. You can just click on this and type it in. I might put, for example, my own website. So scottdavidmeyer.com. It was written by me, so the way that I talk there is going to be a really good example. I might put in a YouTube video link, a Instagram reel video link, a TikTok, anything that has my voice. It can take video and information. And then I just click done. If I want to, I can also add in documents. So if you have previous blog posts or information you've written, just upload that. That's going to give it a good sense of how you write. This will make AI move from being robotic and boring and talking about the word delve and actually put it into your language. So after you've uploaded those knowledge sources, you can scroll back up and add any information you need to in the instructions. Now, one of the things I like to do is to have it ask me questions. So I'm going to give you this prompt underneath the video. You can just copy and paste it in if you want. But typically I'll ask what type of content is going to be written, what keywords need to be in it, is there transcript or information, anything else to share, and then it'll create the information. So let's look at how this looks in practice. So I'm going to go to my Scott bot, and I want it to write a YouTube summary. So it's going to ask me for information that it needs to create that. So are there any specific keywords we should include? Let's go AI for coaches as our keyword. Then it's going to ask me if there's any information that it can use to help write that. So a lot of times what I'm going to do is take a transcript from a video and put that in. So here's a transcript. I'm just going to say, here's a transcript and paste it in. And now it's going to take that information, all of that text, and now put that into a YouTube summary. So here we have 3 different options that it created. That's what I asked in my instructions. And I can just copy and paste that now and put it into YouTube. So in just a few seconds, I created headlines, and now I could go and say, let's do number 1. And then I could say, let's now write a blog post about it. And I can just keep going, right? So I can keep creating all the different types of information that I need. I can even ask it to output it into HTML. And it might say, add in additional information. I can actually click on this plus sign and add in a file, right? So I could actually grab a file. Here's, maybe a file that I want to base it on, and it'll upload that. It'll now create an article based on that file. So base it on this. So as you can see, very quickly, we're uploading information, connecting it to websites, and it's now writing in our voice. So whenever I'm writing, I just go to this URL and I start creating my content. And now I'm doing it in seconds instead of minutes or hours potentially. And it's given me a really good first draft, right? So think about the AI sandwich we always talk about, which it's going to start with you. AI is going to create a draft like this. and then I'm going to edit and improve it. But as a coach or consultant, this is the way you can create content to get attention, get people to your website, and start building your business.